Well, we do a lot of different kinds of analysis. I mean, in general, we're looking at a lot of kinds of data. We're looking at social media content, anonymized call records, anonymized financial transactions, lots of different kinds of big data. But social is really, really interesting because people are, it's subjective content. It's perception. It's not necessarily the same as a scientific survey. But people are communicating in ever greater volumes. And we do projects that look at kind of really all three pillars of how you work in big data. So we do some predictive analytics work. We're doing some kind of real-time monitoring, and we also look at measurement from an advocacy standpoint, essentially along the lines of campaign measurement. So in predictive analytics, we did a project, for example, in 2012, where we looked at unemployment, right? A lot of people have shown you can use Twitter to predict the success of a Hollywood movie or volatility on the stock market.
Sure.
So we got interested in saying, well, what if we could predict the unemployment rate? Okay. No one seemed to have looked at that, and so we had a hypothesis that before people lose their jobs, they know something's wrong at the office, and that this will change how they talk about work online. So we partnered with SAS, and we looked at tens of thousands of blogs where people said at some point over about an 18-month period, I lost my job today. I got fired. And when we then did mood state analysis of the mentions of their job before they said they lost their jobs, we saw some interesting patterns. We looked at the US and Ireland. And in Ireland, 5 months before you lose your job, you see a spike in the anxiety score. And 2 months after that, a spike in confusion around work. Something's going on at the office I don't understand. Then people lose their jobs. Now what's interesting is when you come to the US, we don't get anxious and we don't get confused. We get angry and depressed. And it's 4 months before. So the predictive signals are a little different.